gather around the screen. Maybe you're watching with your parents, or maybe you know what, maybe you're even outside. I'm outside right now. Guess what? I'm in the Adirondacks of New York at a summer church up here. And this church, they just planted new gardens out here. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see them all, but there's these tiny little plants. They're very small right now, but they're gonna become bigger. See, look behind me. See those huge trees back there? Those are tall maple trees. And you know how they started? They started as a tiny little helicopter. Maybe you saw those things that fly down like this from the maple trees, and they land on the ground, and a little seed comes out of them. Maybe some dirt goes over them. Some water goes on from the rain, and then all of a sudden it's sunny, and boom, a maple tree pops out of the ground, and then it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows, and it gets to be as big as some of these maple trees back here. Isn't that incredible? Maybe some of these flowers are gonna grow to be that size too. I don't know. Jesus in the gospel lesson that we're gonna hear read today talks about a mustard seed. Now that was the tiniest of all the seeds, maybe like just that little bit right there, just tiny little seed. You could barely see it. If you hold out your hand, you know, tiny in your hand, maybe it was as small as some of these seeds for these plants. And guess what? That seed, that mustard plant, would grow huge. It would actually get big and sort of out of control, and the birds would nest in it and everything. And they loved that plant because it reminded them, even though it was kind of a big weed, it reminded them, at least for Jesus, that their faith could grow like that. It could start super duper small, but then become something huge. And I bet for you and me, it's the same thing. Some days we might feel like, well, I'm just a kid, or maybe I'm an adult, but I don't have the greatest of faith. Well, guess what? Jesus says the faith that's planted inside you and me is sometimes, and might seem like it was planted real small, but it will grow into something huge. The more that we focus on it, the more we spend time in it in prayer and keep talking to Jesus about it, maybe it's gonna grow like faith, like the size of one of these huge maple trees out there. I think that's the promise of Jesus that he gives to us, that our faith will continue to grow. Even if it starts as small as a mustard seed, it's gonna get huge, because that's how God works. That's the kind of faith that God plants in our lives. Just like maybe these beautiful plants are gonna grow and become even bigger. I bet our faith is gonna become bigger and stronger too. So let's thank God for that. Dear God, thank you so much for planting faith in our life. Help us always to believe in you, and help that faith to grow. And all God's people said, amen. Have a great week, everybody.